We now have our button displaying on the screen, and when we press it, we see a print statement inside of our terminal, which is definitely interesting, but the button itself does not have any icon inside of it. So we're going to have to figure out how we somehow are going to get that plus symbol to appear inside of here. So the first thing I want to do is take a look at the floating action button documentation one more time. I'll go back over to my floating action button class right here, and then back down inside the constructor, I'll find the list of name parameters. Now inside the list of parameters, you'll notice one called child right here. This is a name parameter that you're going to get very, very familiar with. So there's a tremendous number of Flutter widgets that you and I are going to use that accept some child widget. If we pass in a widget to this child parameter, then the floating action button is going to attempt to show that widget inside of itself. Or in this case, essentially show whatever we pass into the child parameter inside of the button. And that's how we're going to get that plus symbol to show up. All we have to do is pass in something to child. Now this child parameter is not unique to the floating action button. Like I said, you're going to find that there are many, many other widgets that expect to be called with a child property. And if we pass one in, that widget will try to show whatever we passed in inside of itself. So I'm going to go back over to my code editor. I'll find my floating action button right here. And then as an additional name parameter, I'll add in child. And then for right now, let's try passing in some text. And we'll just do a plus. And I'll put a comma at the end of that line. Okay, so I'll save this. I'll pull open my emulator. I'll restart the application. And how are we doing? Okay, so we got the plus inside there. But you'll notice that that seems like an awfully small little plus symbol. I think it could definitely stand to be a little bit bigger. So let's take a quick pause right here, and we'll try to get a better sense of whether or not we're taking this little plus symbol right here the correct way or not. So quick break, and I'll see you in just a minute.